Now when it comes to that little groove or relief for your thumb, I guess these rifles were converted in different arsenals and there is a variance. As you see, this one is kind of slight. This one here is a little bit deeper. And then some of them, a lot of them you'll find have a damn, hole chopped out, on the side of the receiver. Where a lot of these, that is just a slight, very, very slight indentation compared to that. And you'll find them all in different degrees. So that part of the conversion wasn't quite uniform, meaning that these were all done in a different place or in a different way. Okay, now we'll go on with the other differences. The other modifications to the receiver, we have an original one which is unmodified at the top and one here. Is they milled a slot into the receiver, drilled and tapped it through this area here with a screw, and then a flat spring to give tension to a magazine lip right there inside there. And with that, the function of that is it held the cartridges in place. And it was spring loaded, so when you pushed them down, it would push out of the way to allow them into the magazine. Like that. And then the magazine spring would push up against it, and that's what held the cartridges in the receiver. Okay, so that's it for the receiver modifications. Now we'll look at the magazine modifications. Here we have our two magazine housings. This is the original one, the follower and the spring. The clip down here to release the clip and an open bottom. The follower mechanism in the spring, this portion was retained. This clip mechanism was removed and a little tab or trigger that was taken out, sealed up. Metal plates were placed in there, and these are either pressed in or welded into place. The latch is gone, and they reinforced the walls with steel plate, but the follower and that spring is still the same. Then the magazine was capped with this plate because it was no longer necessary. It's closed up the hole. There was no clip dropping out. So, and like I said, they did have a version where you'll find a rivet about right here on the steel plate. And what that was is a little spring-loaded plunger. When you put that plate on there, that would kick the clip out. That was a modification on the original ones to keep dirt and debris out. But now this functioned as a stripper clip loaded. So this reinforced it basically, because now, see, the steel plates hold the bullet pretty much on center. That's why them plates were added in there. Okay, and you didn't need this hook and latch system was removed. It was no longer needed. And that's basically the modification of the magazine, pretty extensive. And then as you see in any other portion, the lip, once this is all bolted together, the lip in the side of the receiver, it was put there, makes it retains the cartridges in the magazine. So that's about it. Like I said, that's the most common variation. A lot of these 8805s were given to the Turks. And if you have a crescent moon, like here, crescent moon is star, and a crescent moon there, that means that these were accepted by the Turkish army. So that's its use as a foreign gun. And many of the ones imported were Turkish guns, because the Turks held these in storage upwards into the 80s. So a lot of these older guns were imported and on the surplus market were in Turkish use at one time. it's kind of hard to find ones with just all German markings on them alone. So that's about it for the story. Next I'll do a overall of it, my opinion of the rifle.